Hello and welcome to today's math lesson. My name is Anas and I'm a teacher at the International Knowledge School. Today we'll go over and pick up where we left off from the last lesson. The last episode's homework was something very subjective, so I can't give you the answer to it, but it's something that you have to answer. So make sure you leave it in the comments below if you want to check if your answers are right or wrong, and I'll definitely help you with that. But I can't give you a specific answer because my answers will be different from yours. Okay, so saying that, we can move on to Unit 22, to the next lesson, and go to comparing objects. When we compare and measure things, we sometimes find opposites. Okay? Heavy is the opposite of light. So heavy is the opposite of light. Night is the opposite of day. Full is the opposite of empty. So there are two opposites. The right is the opposite of left. Up is the opposite of down when we compare things like that. So here we're going to talk about opposites and how to compare different objects. Okay? Other things that are opposites are like good and bad. Sometimes black and white are called opposites as well. So it's important to remember these as well. Okay? Join the pairs of opposites. So here we have opposites. You want to join them together. So here we have full in here. Or okay, let's start with this one here. This is day. Day is the opposite of night. So we can match them here. So we can write day. You can write day, or you cannot write it, but that's fine. But for my reference, I'm going to write them down. Here, energetic. He's all energetic and fun, and he's not tired. Here, full. Here, short sleeves. Short sleeves. Here, empty. Long sleeves. Tired. Okay? So let's take a look. Energetic is the opposite of tired or lazy. Full is the opposite of empty. Short sleeves are the opposite of long sleeves. Okay, so these are opposites. Okay, great. So day is the opposite of night. Energetic is the opposite of tired or lazy. Full is the opposite of empty. Short sleeves are the opposite of long sleeves. Alright, so that's the answer to this one. Which of the objects are heavy and which are light? Circle the heaviest in each pair. Okay, so we're going to circle the heaviest. So the one that's heavy, we're going to circle. Okay, so which one is heavy? The mouse or the elephant? Of course, the elephant is heavier than the mouse. Okay, so here, which one is light? Which one is heavy? Socks are cloth, so they're not really heavy. But shoes are usually made of many different things, so that's heavier. Okay, so go ahead and pause the video, answer the questions, and then come back to the video and check your answers. Okay, so if you pause the video, let's take a look. This is a full basket, this is an empty basket. So a full basket is always heavier. A man and a baby, which one is heavier? A man, of course. A piece of wood and a wood stick. Which one is heavier? A piece of wood, heaviest. Okay, which one is the heaviest of them all? The elephant. The elephant is the heaviest thing on this page. Okay, so here we're looking at two opposites, and heavy and light are two opposites that we can look at, heavy and light. Okay, draw pictures for these pairs of opposites. In and out. What can we draw for in and out? Okay, we can draw a box. There's a ball inside. Draw a box with a ball outside. So here, in, out. Up and down. Okay, up and down. Draw a box. This is up, and here, this is down. Big and small. Big, small. Empty and full. Okay, empty, full. Morning and evening. Okay, morning, where we have the sun. Evening, where the sun is sort of down. Okay, long and short. Long, short. On and off. What can we have for on and off? Oh, light. A light bulb. That's on. And this one is off. There is no light. Heavy and light. Let's think about this. Well, we could draw the same one as they have in the example. This is heavy. And this is light. A leaf. So heavy, light. Day and night. So day is like this, same as the one we had before. And night is like this, where we have the sun, the moon, and there are stars in the sky. Okay, so in and out. Up and down. Big and small. Morning and evening. Heavy and light. Day and night. Okay, that's great. Now we can move on to the next one. Before we do though, a quick review. Here, when we compare objects, there are usually opposites. Two things that are not the same. Okay, so things that are not the same are like heavy and light, full and empty, day and night. Okay, there are many other things that we will look at, and here are examples of some of them. In and out, up and down, and so on and so forth. Okay, we will find more in the next lesson. So let's go ahead and jump over to the next lesson and look at capacity. Okay, we use different containers to measure capacity. The jug has a greater capacity than the cup. The jug has a greater capacity than the cup. The spoon has a smaller capacity than the bottle. Okay, so the capacity is how much a container can carry. Okay, so you can have more water here than here. You can have less water here than here. Okay, so that is what we mean by capacity. Okay, so greater capacity and smaller capacity. So here we have smaller capacity, and here we have greater capacity. Smaller capacity, greater capacity. Smaller capacity, greater capacity. Greater capacity, smaller capacity. Okay, so that's different sizes and how much they can you can have in them. Okay, circle the objects with the smaller capacity. So here you have smaller and you have bigger. So this one has a smaller capacity. So now we're going to circle the one with the smaller capacity. Okay, if the object is smaller, that usually means it can carry less. Okay, so that's one thing you can keep in mind. Okay, so circle the object with the smaller capacity. I want you to pause the video and circle the objects in B, C, and D on your own. So go ahead, pause the video and circle them on your own. Okay, so if you pause the video and you play it again, let's take a look. B, they have these two. This one has a smaller capacity. Okay, next up, C. Which one has a smaller capacity? This one has a smaller capacity. Which one has a smaller capacity? This one has smaller capacity. Which one is the smallest? This one. Of all of these, which one is the smallest? This one. Okay. Take the object with the greater capacity, so it's bigger. The opposite of what we did earlier. So which one is bigger? This one over here. Okay, so here, tick the object or tick. Okay, tick the object with the greater capacity. So that's not a circle. It's just tick. Okay, so tick the object with the bigger or greater capacity. So go ahead, pause the video now and take the objects. Okay, so if you pause the video and you play it again, let's take a look. This has a greater capacity. This has a greater capacity. And this one has a greater capacity than the others. Okay, so these are the answers to these questions here. So these have smaller capacity and these have a bigger or greater capacity. Okay, now here next up, write the words more or less to make each sentence true. A cup holds more than a spoon. Okay, so here we have to fill in the gaps with more or less. So go ahead, pause the video and answer them right now, and then play the video again and we can answer them together. Okay, so if you pause the video and you play it again, let's take a look. A cup holds more than a spoon. A glass holds less than a bottle. A bucket holds more than a saucepan. A teaspoon holds less than a pot. Okay, so that's how much these objects can hold. Some of them can hold more, some of them can hold less than the others. Okay, color each container to make it full, half full, or empty. So we have to color these based on what we have here. So let's take out our colors. We're only going to color them with blue because we only want water in them. So let's take out blue and color them blue. Okay, so color each container to make it full, half full, or empty. So here, half full. So let's draw a line at half full. Okay, half full means it's only half. Half of it is full. Okay, that's half full. This one is full. So let's fill it up. This one is empty. This one is full. Okay, now here we have two opposites which are full and empty. So these are opposites. They're not the same. They are exact opposites. So full and empty. These are opposites. Okay? So let's go ahead and revise what you've just done in the next few lessons or pages. Okay, so we compare objects, and when we compare things, we sometimes find opposites. Opposites are things like heavy and light, night or day and night, full and empty, small and big, energetic and tired, short and long, full and empty, up and down, long and short, on and off. So all of these are opposites. Okay, so we have to remember them when we compare different objects. All right. Now, some of the things that we compare as well is the capacity. The capacity is how much an object can carry of liquid, usually water or any other liquid. So here, for example, tea. Okay, so some objects have a greater capacity and some objects have a smaller capacity. Okay, so whenever you look at an object, you can compare how much they can carry by their size. So a cup is bigger than a spoon, so it can carry more, so it has a greater capacity. The jug is smaller than a bucket, so it has a smaller capacity, while the bucket has a greater capacity. So that's how much water they can carry and how much water you can put in them. Okay, now we're not going to go over to the next lesson. Instead, we're going to go over to the last few pages over here, which was the homework last time, measure the height of your chair, use cubes or your hand span. Of course, the answer is different from person to person, so that's why I prefer that you answer it and you post your comments or your answers so I can take a look and tell you whether it's good or maybe you're off a little bit. Okay, so here, take the object with the greater capacity. Okay, so number one, let's see, which one has a greater capacity? The cup or the bowl? The bowl has a greater capacity than the cup. So here we have a frying or a cooking pan and a cup. Which one has a greater capacity? The pan, of course. We have a bottle and a bucket. Which one has a greater capacity? The bucket. We have a jug and a spoon. Which one has a greater capacity? The jug, of course. Okay, so these ones have the greater capacity or a greater capacity than the other ones. Okay, color each container to make it full or half full. So of course we take out the blue color again. Okay, so make sure you have your colors with you. Now this one's going to be half full. So I'm going to draw it here. Just a line to know where to stop, and then recolor them. Okay, so this is half full. Now this one is full, so we can fill it up to the brim. So we can fill it up to here. Okay, so this is full and this is half full. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson. Now, your homework for today isn't going to be written down. Your homework today is going to be something you do with your parents. Okay, so I want you to take 3 objects at home and compare all 3 of them. Okay, or you can take 2 or 3, that's up to you. Or I recommend you to take 2 since that's easier and simpler to do. So take 2 objects at home and compare them. Which one is heavier? Which one is lighter? Which one is big? Which one is small? Which one is empty? Which one is full? So try to compare them, and then after you do that, you can take a picture of both these objects together and send me the comparison under it. And I'll take a look and I'll let you know whether it's good or it needs a little bit of improvement in working on. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something new today, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.